I think Gary Oldman did a fantastic job voicing Shen. Oh my god, I mean, he brought the character to life with a passion.
Well, Gary Oldman's performance. First of all, I think it's kind of funny that DreamWorks keeps picking British actors for the villains in these films. I just wonder what that says about DreamWorks, that they think the British people are always the villains. But, you know, Gary Oldman, he's done voice performances before, and the funny thing is you can never really 100% tell it's him, because his regular speaking voice and Lord Shen's voice, they sound surprisingly different.
That is cool. That was awesome.
Gary Oldman's performance was, honestly, one of the best performances of his career.
Amazing. I cannot have picked a Shen better than what they decided. Gary Oldman was just something else, because his voice is just so, wow, I just can't even say the words, man. I just love it so much.
And I don't think anyone else could have done a better job than him, because Gary Oldman is the shit, okay? And I've been hearing that he is an underrated actor, and that's absolute bullshit. This guy's one of the greatest actors of all time. How the hell can he be underrated?
He did a great job, especially with the limited amount of material that he was given. I really like some of the just like really likable insanity that he put into Lord Shen. The infamous parting gift line. I mean, if you look into Shen's eyes while he's saying that parting gift line, you can kind of tell that he's completely nuts. But the way that Gary Oldman says it, it's just so enjoyable. And I think it kind of takes talent to take someone who's psychotic and make their psychoticness really enjoyable and actually pretty funny to a degree.
But I thought he hit the parts very well, especially in some of the action scenes. He really expressed, like, that, oh no, they're getting away and just want to destroy them, basically. He did that very well. And the sad scenes, like when he's talking about believing his parents hated him, and you hear the sadness in his voice, and it just makes you feel really hard. And I think Gary did that very well. I don't think I could ever, like I said, I don't think I could ever pick somebody to play the role better than Gary played it, because he had the normal scenes down, the action scenes, he just killed it, and then the sorrowful scenes he made. Man, I was just so distraught. Man, it was sad, but it's funny. And he was just great.
Yeah, Gary Oldman has done a great job as Lord Shen. He's put the nice evil tone into the voice, and and the evil laughter of Lord Shen. That's classic right there.
I'm so glad you feel that way.
I loved it. Gary Oldman is one of my favorite actors, if not my #1 favorite actor. I love that since he's good, he really brings out the character when he plays villains. He'll put his fullest into a character, and he really plays that part. And Lord Shen, I think he did the best with. Like, he's done, I don't know, he's done a couple of other characters that I really like from Book of Eli. He did Carnegie, the sheriff of this one town. He really brought the character out in that one. In fact, he kind of customized it himself. Same thing from Call of Duty Black Ops. He played Reznov. He brings out the characters a lot, and I really admire him for actually giving us good villain. He did a very good job, and congratulations, Oldman.
I will say kudos to Gary Oldman for voicing such an awesome badass and dropped a sexy villain. Kudos, Mr. Oldman. Kudos.
My favorite scene featuring Shen, that's a really hard question.
I like the scene when he first arrived to the palace, and I like how the intensity between that scene of everybody being shocked that he came back.
I'm guessing that's the one where they come to the crocodile dude. It was the crocodile dude and the other master. When he said with the parting gift and you just see the weapon for the first time. That has to be my favourite bit.
It's a parting gift. You know, there's no party. Part of it over here, part of it over there, part of it way over there, staining the wall. Period. I love that. I love that part.
I kind of like the part where he's taking over the palace, and when we first see the cannon used, that was very well. That was really funny. The fact that he was like some sarcastic moments in there was really funny.
I like the softer side of him, the scene that was in the firework factory when Soothsayer was trying to explain to him that his parents did love him, and you could see that he wasn't entirely like ruthless and evil. There was a side to him that was there was something about him that caused him to be that way.
I loved every scene that Shen was featured in, since I love him so damn much. God, I love him. I love him so much! However, I mostly love the scene where he revealed his sad and lonely side. I mean, that scene just got me! Oh my god, it was so heartfelt, and I absolutely love it. God, go Shen! Go Shen! God! But I also have to say, poor Shen! Poor Shen! Why must you be so sad? Okay.
I also like when he first meets Poe. That was very good.
And I also liked the scene when Soothsayer kept eating his clothes. That was probably the funniest.
I like any scene that he's in with the Soothsayer because, like I said, if you go look at some of the fan sources and it's talking about concepts for the film that just never got mentioned, Soothsayer was his nanny, and once you know that, it just adds this whole other dimension to their relationship. I always kind of wondered, he was ready to stab the wolf boss for questioning his little year of the peacock thing. So why was he letting the Soothsayer, eat his robes and completely, rebuff him every other second? You can tell that if Shen ever truly loved someone, it was probably her.
My favourite scene featuring Lord Shen is also my favourite scene of Kung Fu Panda 2.
I also love, during the fireworks factory scene where it was, the fight between Poe and Shen when Poe got, shot out of the factory by a cannon.
I think it's smelting plant, maybe? Where, he tells Poe, his parents never loved him. That's really good too.
So whenever he's in that warehouse and Poe has him pinned against the wall, and then he says to Poe that his parents didn't love him, and that was epic villain moment right there. And that was an epic villain moment, and then he blasts Poe with that cannon, and we think that Poe is actually dead.
I love the animation on Shen, specifically in that scene. There's just all these little head twitches and eye twitches, and the way that his feathers are bobbing while he walks. It's just so incredibly detailed, and I just wonder, how did they do that? They make it look completely natural, and I think that, in general, the character animation on this movie is some of the best that I've ever seen, and I'm an animator, so that means a lot to me.
So, yeah, that was an epic moment for Lord Shen. Only a true badass would tell someone that his parents didn't love him and then shoot him.
what do you want the future to have in store for Lord Shen? Well, first of all, I want him to come back. Just getting that out there. I want Shen to come back. I want him to be in another movie. I want him to be the antagonist and do a lot more than they couldn't put in this one.
If they make a Kung Fu Panda 3, I hope that they bring Lord Shen back.
Well, this might be a bit too hoping, but I actually hope that we see that Lord Shen survives and he's out for revenge and possibly a third Kung Fu Panda movie, maybe. Yeah, but that probably won't happen, but it is nice to think about.
For Lord Shen's future, I definitely don't think that he should have been killed by getting squished by the cannon. And I think that most people feel that way. We've clearly seen that a lot of other characters in these movies seem to be kind of immune to the laws of physics. Especially with Poe, he got shot out of a building by a cannon and he pretty much had some bandages that he didn't really need because he was fine.
There's been a lot of talk lately about how if he really did die or if he did not die. As they showed in the movie, the cannon fell on him and he accepted his fate. But there is a 50-50 chance on that, that he could have lived.
I also, I'd like him for, to keep, maybe try to take over and also try and get Poe out of the way because he's seen how strong he can be. And that would be interesting. And it would add more tension, especially if he learns that some of the pandas are still alive. He'll want to go after them and destroy them, and Poe will naturally go after him to stop him. That would be good, and I think that would be a good plot line for number 3. If they make another one, which they probably will. Okay.
So, I really do hope that DreamWorks would consider making a Kung Fu Panda 3, since they did leave a wide opening in the end, or if they will make a movie just about Shen, explaining about what happened to him as a little peahen. Or Peachick. My bad.
I would really love DreamWorks to make a TV special about Shen, explaining what his life was like up until his banishment. Hell, maybe they could show what his life was like during his years of banishment. I mean, that would kick ultimate ass. I mean, if they're, I'm not kidding. I'm really serious about this. DreamWorks is really going to do this. They're going to make excuse me, a TV special about Masters Rhino, Ox, and Croc. I am not kidding. If they're going to make a TV special about those 3, then why not make a TV special about Shen, damn it? Why? What the hell? I could rant about that, but I'm deciding not to. I'm just going to say, what the hell? They should really do that. I would really love DreamWorks to make a TV special about Shen. Because that would make oh my god. That would make it worth my while. And many other Shen fans worthwhile. Or make it worthwhile for other Shen fans. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I personally would like to see Shen redeem himself in whatever way that might entail. I think it's possible. I think his evil was more because he was not really sane. He was kind of psychotic. And that if he figured out a way to get around that, then he could probably redeem himself. I know a lot of Shen fans want him to, take over China or whatever, be the emperor. I don't necessarily think that he's destined to be a leader and do that kind of stuff. But I do think that he deserves a chance to especially redeem himself with our protagonists. It would be nice to see that happen, but I don't really have any hope of it happening. But I hope DreamWorks proves me wrong.